welcome to the Erica Glessing Show. We receive 8 minutes of inspiration, and today my guest is very inspirational. He and his wife, Sarah, run a beautiful podcast on abundance, and I'm so excited to have him here with me today. Alex Dumas, welcome to the show.
Hi, Erica. Thank you for inviting me to the show. Super excited to chat with you today.
Yeah, so what made you and Sarah decide to do a show about abundance? Like, what was your inspiration for that?
Oh, man, that's a good question. It came from a lot of years of us, our prior history of working in network marketing, direct sales, and kind of going into the coaching direction now that we're pushing our business in. We decided last year to create the show Abundance Daily, and it was something that was in my mind after hearing podcasts and just watching YouTube videos of different speakers and leaders like Les Brown and Jim Rohn and all these different individuals, and kind of admiring them and thinking to myself, well, I'm looking up to them. Why don't I just do what they're doing?
Oh my gosh. You know what? I just want to pause you right there, because for everyone who's listening, if you've done that where you listen to a speaker and you think, oh, they're on a pedestal and I'm just me, I just want to shake that right now, because it's so important to stand in your own voice. And we aren't really taught that, we're not really taught that our voice matters, I don't think.
No, we're definitely, it's something that I'm conscious of even with my children of, they're speaking up, and sometimes I want to just shut them down and be like, nope, this is the way you're supposed to do it. Like, cause I said so. But at the same time, I got to realize, like, hey, they're speaking out. I got to allow them to challenge my direction and speak up for themselves. And with the Abundance Daily podcast and our business, that's something that we really are excited about, with just being able to give people a voice again, being able to give people an opportunity to say, hey, it's okay to want things and to desire things, but also you need to be able to take action too. That's the missing ingredient.
Well, that's something that's so interesting that you brought up, because I have the strangest juxtapositions inside me, because I wish to take perfect action. And then I'm cognizant that means basically I'm not going to take action.
No, it's so true. I mean,
how do we get over that?
I one of the things I always say is you gotta have a massive reason behind it, and it's got to be something beyond yourself, because if you just want to do it for you, it's probably not going to get done. Just using weight loss as an example, like, everybody's at the gym January 1st to the 10th to the 15th, and by this month, half of the people aren't there anymore, or at least 3/4 of them. So
yeah,
it's a great idea in mind, but then once you start, you have to really start to break things down, like chunk the goal day by day, because the process is tough.
Yeah, and here's the thing too, my experience, so I started this project January 23rd, and I took imperfect action. And guess what? I failed a couple things, right? And here's the deal. I just want to tell people it's okay to fail. Like, in your trek for abundance, in your trek for a great podcast, you're gonna fall and have little ruts. And what if that was okay?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, failure is part of the process. Failure is probably more important than success if you're really looking for the lessons that quote unquote failure taught you. You know what I mean?
What's your worst goof that you can think of that you've had on for your show?
Oh my goodness. Actually, this just happened the other week when I was recording with someone. I didn't realize that the audio from my end was incredibly scratchy and horrible. I mean, obviously, I'm hearing myself and it sounds fine. So once I went to go edit it and put it together, I was like, what the heck is going on?
Oh no.
Like, the other person's audio was perfectly clear. It was fine. Mine was just terrible. So I literally had to go re-record myself, my questions, and kind of cut and paste it. And it was kind of clunky and weird.
Clever. That was actually clever. I have to tell you something I did that was worse. Do you want to hear it? Is worse.
Yeah, go for it.
So it was a Happiness Telesummit, and I got Joe Vitale, who's really cool. He's from the movie The Secret, and he's pretty.
Yeah, I have one of his books too.
Time, right? Yeah. So he agrees to be on the show, and on the summit, and so I go to record, and I finish the whole interview, and then I don't even really check it because every single one had gone fine. I send it to his assistant, like she agreed to put it on all his flipping website stuff. His voice didn't record, only my
No, no.
oh my god! Needless to
Um,
say, I haven't been able to book him again.
yeah, I was gonna say, why did you have any luck getting him back on the show?
I couldn't. He was like, "What the f?"
Um,
Well, I mean, it was a complete goof, and bless his heart that he said yes to be on the show. But I screwed it up badly. But I've had other guests that are really amazing, so it's okay. But yeah, that was pretty bad.
yeah, one thing I've done with that when I've noticed I've had problems with like I use Zoom for my recording, so
Yeah,
I'll have to
yeah,
record on either my computer, like my just recorder app on there, or whatever. But
yeah.
that's happened to me a couple of times where I was like,
Yeah, we
oh
didn't
no.
have Zoom at that time. This was like maybe 10 years ago. So I think like now with my podcast recordings, I actually haven't. I've had almost 100% success. One time, yeah, if it's too bad from the guest side, then I just do the re-record, and I've actually not
Mhm.
had a guest say no to that. If their side was all like you couldn't quite tell, how like some people kind of fade in and out or something, they're inconsistent.
Right.
Yeah, I'll just ask someone. I'll just say, hey, that didn't work. Let's do get.
Let's just do it again.
Actually, with my
Redo.
own show, I haven't had anyone say no, but it was different than that event was. Uh yeah, that event was crazy. So yeah, I think it's like you said, like you learn so much from the failures, and that's why I just also think this topic is so important to people that are listening, to go ahead and just, what are your actions are you taking? And Alex, why don't you give us some of your your best tips on shifting your life into abundance?
Yeah, I guess number one, obviously, like I just mentioned before, is the goals. Really having a target, whether it's your weight loss goal, whether it's a finance goal, whether it's just a relationship goal, something you want to do with your spouse, or if you're just happen to be single, then kind of putting yourself in positions to meet people and network and connect. And obviously, the goals are the big one for me. Number two, I think really of just being able to appreciate the process. I think we're all too hung up on it has to be all or nothing. It's got to be a home run. If I didn't lose 10 pounds in this one workout, then I'm a failure. Like, it doesn't happen that way.
Right.
Rome wasn't built in a day. Your life is not going to transform in one day. It's going to be a series of habits. And I hear people say, "Oh, it takes 21 days and 90 days." Like, no, it's got to be a forever process. You have to improve constantly and never ending.
Mm, I love it.
And I kind of put that as I can. So I say to myself, I am improving constantly and never ending, and I'm a work in progress. I don't get hung up on the end goal. I mean, yeah, I have certain
Yeah.
standards and certain things I want to hit, certain thresholds, but don't beat yourself up over if you missed a workout today, if you missed a diet, if you didn't save your money today, you just spent it kind of foolishly, whatever. If you didn't
Well,
do
sometimes
something,
also I think it's counterintuitive. You actually have to think bigger because some people tend to shrink down when they're not having immediate success.
yeah,
And sometimes it's quite the opposite. Sometimes you actually need to be thinking bigger in terms of your business goals. And I think it's crazy, like those of us who weren't raised in I was raised to be like a writer, which was good. I mean, I write. But here's the thing, like I have much bigger business goals than that. And so when I was being too small, I wasn't able to have enough success, right?
right.
Like I had to get bigger and run a publishing company and a podcasting company and an SEO company. And suddenly I found myself being it's like, and I never woke up in the morning when I was a kid thinking that would happen ever. I had no idea, you know.
I mean, yeah, we have big dreams as kids, and then life kind of wears us down, and we conform, and we kind of lose those dreams. And the people that rule the world, quote unquote, who are making the biggest impact are the big dreamers, are the people with the big ideas who saw something and figured out a way to tweak it and improve other people's lives. Think of Steve Jobs with computers, and think of Bill Gates. Think of uh, anybody who's engineered anything of significance. I mean, those were big dreams, and if you told somebody, hey, I'm Erica. I'm gonna make a podcast. I'm gonna make a writing business, and they're gonna be like, what the hell? Like, what do you know about that? Like, you're crazy. But you have to have
Yeah, and
everything.
you know what? Here's the thing too. I just want to tell my listeners, like, don't let things get in your way. Like, I have horrible websites. I actually know people that make great websites, and my websites right now, they just have not been able to keep up with me. Now, in the future, I do plan to change that, but I'm not letting that stop me. Like, whatever it is that's stopping you, just say, you know what? Sorry, you don't get to have my power. Like, it's
Right.
this matter of like just focusing on the dream and then just saying, you know what? I'm taking one step. We're just going to take a step. So, Alex, this has been so much fun. I never talk this much, and I have a cold, so I shouldn't even be talking this much. But you're just that kind of guy. I feel really comfortable in your energy. So, thank you for coming on the show. I want to remind everyone that Sarah and Alex Dumas have a wonderful podcast that you need to go check out. It's called Abundance Daily. And why don't you tell us how we can reach you and find out more?
Yeah, if you want to tune into the show, you can find it on iTunes, you can find it on Podbean, you can find it on Spotify. We publish twice a week, so Mondays and Thursday mornings you can find new episodes. Usually Mondays are me and Sarah talking, Thursdays are interviews with different guests. I usually run those, and you can check out abundancedaily.com for anything else, and follow us on social media. I'm on
Perfect.
at yeah. Oh,
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
all right, awesome. Appreciate it. Thank you.